Introverts can be as mysterious as a cat in a box. They're not the type to shout their feelings from the rooftops or even from the couch, and they definitely won't plaster their emotions across their face like a billboard. But that doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. Oh, they do. If you've ever wondered, does that introverted friend or coworker like me? You're not alone. And no, they're not just being polite. Today, we're uncovering the 10 subtle, science-backed signs that an introvert likes you. Let's dive in and solve this mystery. Introverts are like vaults when it comes to personal information, and not the kind you can crack with a stethoscope. According to Dr. Lori Helgo, author of Introvert Power, introverts are more likely to guard their inner world. Think Fort Knox, but with more books and fewer gold bars. So if they start sharing their thoughts, dreams, or personal stories with you, that's a big deal. Like, I just found out my cat has a secret life, big. It means they trust you and want to let you into their carefully curated inner circle. Welcome to the VIP section of their brain. Think of it like finding a hidden treasure chest. Except the treasure is their childhood embarrassments and existential musings. And maybe a few awkward dance moves. If they tell you they cried watching a Pixar movie, congratulations. You've hit introvert gold. Just don't ask them to explain why. Introverts cherish their alone time like a sacred ritual. So when they choose to spend time with you, even if it's a quiet coffee or a deep conversation, it's not just casual. They're prioritizing you over their need to recharge. That's a huge gesture in introvert language. Imagine an introvert as a phone on 10% battery. If they're spending time with you, it's like they've skipped the charger just to hang out. That's love, folks. Or maybe they just really like your Wi-Fi. You know those conversations where someone nods along but isn't really paying attention? Yeah, that's not an introvert. When they like you, they'll be fully present. Like, I know what you had for breakfast present. Research shows that introverts often excel at active listening. They'll remember details, ask thoughtful follow-ups, and genuinely care about what you're saying. They might even remember your dog's birthday. If they're nodding thoughtfully while you ramble about your favorite pizza toppings, they're not just humoring you. They're probably mentally cataloging your pizza preferences. In fact, they're probably planning a surprise pizza night based on your preferences. Because you know, introverts are the pizza ninjas of listening. Introverts love their hobbies, whether it's reading, gaming, or painting, or even stargazing. If they're inviting you to join them in these activities, it's a huge sign of affection. This is their way of saying, I want to share what I love with you. So, if they invite you to join a Star Wars marathon or show you their succulent collection, take it seriously. That's basically an introvert's equivalent of screaming, I like you, from a rooftop. And let's be honest, an introvert screaming from a rooftop is as likely as a cat doing the cha-cha. For introverts, texting is often easier than face-to-face interaction. It's like their superpower. If they're initiating conversations over text, sending memes that remind them of you, or responding thoughtfully, that's a green flag. Consider it their version of a love letter. Studies even suggest introverts use digital communication to strengthen relationships they value. Who knew emojis could be so powerful? And let's be honest, if they're replying to your texts within minutes, you're basically their MVP. You might as well be a texting celebrity. They're breaking the sacred I need time to process rule just for you. That's like an introvert's version of skydiving. Did you casually mention your favorite coffee order or that one song you can't stop playing on repeat? If they remember these details, it's not by accident. Introverts are like ninjas of observation, and remembering small things about you shows they've been paying attention, because you're basically their favorite Netflix show. If they bring you your favorite latte or mention that random book you once mentioned, it's not creepy. It's introvert romance. Just roll with it and enjoy the ride. Introverts often come across as reserved, especially around people they don't know well. But if you catch them laughing, being playful, or letting their quirky side show, it's like spotting a unicorn, rare and magical. Psychologists call this behavior authentic self-expression, a sign of trust and connection. We call it introvert magic. When they bust out their bad dance moves or tell you their corniest joke, don't run. Embrace the awkwardness. This is a rare glimpse into their unfiltered awesomeness. Enjoy the show! Big social gatherings, not an introvert's favorite. It's like asking a cat to swim. But if they're suggesting a quiet dinner or a long walk, you've hit the introvert jackpot. They're carving out intentional time to deepen your connection. Think of it as their version of a grand gesture. Dr. Marty Olson-Laney, in her book The Introvert Advantage, notes that introverts thrive in intimate settings, like a cat in a sunbeam. It's like finding out a cat actually wants to sit in your lap. Cherish it. And maybe take a picture. This is the introvert equivalent of rolling out the red carpet, just without the fanfare. Introverts often show their care in subtle, behind-the-scenes ways. Think of them as your personal, invisible cheerleaders. They might research something to help you, like a ninja with a Wi-Fi connection. Remember a deadline you're stressed about, because they know you'd forget your own birthday, or offer solutions without making a big deal out of it, like a stealthy problem-solving superhero. This quiet support is their way of showing they've got your back, even if they're hiding behind a book. So if you find them Googling how to fix a leaky faucet at 2 a.m., or casually sending you articles that solve your problems, don't brush it off. They're like your personal, silent problem-solving squad. That's their love language in action, with a side of quiet humor. Introverts may not be flashy with their feelings, but they're consistent, like a Wi-Fi signal that never drops. They'll show up, check in, and maintain the connection over time. Think of them as your personal reminder app. Consistency is key, and if they're consistently there for you, it's a sign they value you deeply. Like a favorite TV show that never gets canceled. Think of them as the tortoise in the tortoise and hare story. Slow and steady wins the race, or at least gets the text back. They're not rushing to the finish line, but they're always there, steady and reliable. Like your favorite pair of comfy socks. That's introvert love at its finest. Quiet, consistent, and always there when you need it. So, did any of these signs resonate with you? Or did you just realize your introverted friend is actually a ninja in disguise? Remember, introverts might not shout their feelings from the rooftops, but they might leave you a cryptic note. Their actions speak volumes, like a secret code only you can decipher. If you're noticing these signs, chances are they've got a soft spot for you. Or they just really like your cat. Have you experienced this with an introverted friend or partner? Or are you still trying to decode their latest message? Let me know in the comments. I promise I won't send you a cryptic reply. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the mysterious world of introverts. Who knows, you might even crack the code.